Hello, it's Mike here on Mike1064, and for this video I'm doing an unboxing and a setup for the Switch 2 Dock S3 Max by Antank. Now they graciously sent this to me, so thank you very much to you guys. So the product is a Switch 2 dock. It has, USB-C input, it's got the male head USB-C output, USB-A output, HDMI output, LAN input, and all that. Mind you, this particular model doesn't come with LAN. There is another model that does. This is the standard, but there is another model if you want which has the Ethernet connection. But let's just actually get on with the unboxing. Okay, so I mean the packaging is quite nice and neat and very, very compact. It doesn't come with any cables or anything, but if you're like me and you have like the Switch and the Switch 2 and like other consoles and things, and you just have like USB-C leads and HDMI leads all over the place, you can easily use them. I mean, like if you have the Switch and you moved on to the Switch 2 but you want to use this dock as a spare, like for me, I have the Switch 2 set up in my room, but if I have friends and family around and want to play it on the TV in the lounge, well then I've got to set it up downstairs. So having a second dock is very, very handy, and having like the OG Nintendo Switch as well that you can use the leads for, perfectly fine. And I've got that the wrong way round. There we are. So this is the dock. This is it. It is, teeny tiny. Very, very sleek and compact, and I do quite like this actually. So if I turn this round, you can see we have the HDMI here. We've got a button here. Now this is to change it from docked mode over to like tabletop mode basically. So if you want to have this plugged in and you want to play it in tabletop mode, and basically you want the console to be charging whilst playing it in tabletop mode, well there you are. And it has it at a slight angle as well, and you have a little light here at the front as well, a little LED light there to tell you when it is turned on and not. Then you've got your USB and USB 3.0 at the back, and then the USB-C inlet there. Now, what am I doing? I might as well, actually set this up to show you how the Switch 2 actually sits in there. So let me just bring that here, and then just bring that into view slightly. And I'm going to just lower the camera down just a little bit. There we are. Right. And then if I take my Switch 2 and just slide that into the top there. There you are. There you have it. Now if I just turn that round, I'm going to be very, very careful because obviously I've got this propped up on boxes and all sorts. You can see it's off at a slight angle, but that is ideal for like when you're playing it in tabletop mode anyway. And then if you take the controllers off, the Joy-Cons, you'll be able to see that in the back, the blue lines up with the blue, and the orange here lines up with the orange. So let's actually plug this in then, shall we? So if I just stick, yes, I'm going to need these, aren't I? I need to use these to turn it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn the camera round so you can see this all working with the TV. But first, let me just plug things in. So let me just take this lead. It's a USB-C, and we just plug that into the USB-C port there. Right, we're going to need the HDMI cable as well. So we'll just take that from the other dock for now, and I just plug this into the back here. And you can see we have this little button in the back here. That is so that you can switch it, to and from, playing it in tabletop mode and TV docked mode, basically. Sorry, yeah, paused for a little bit then. It also comes with this little neat manual as well, which is pretty neat. Unfortunately, the text is very, very, very small, very small. Even I have trouble reading that, and I'm not too bad at reading, but that is very, very tiny. And it says, like, important notes, for example, before using the product, please read the manual carefully and keep it for future reference. Do not use this product in humid or high temperature environments, la-di-la-di-la-di-la, and then it has a little breakdown of what everything does. Okay, so let's move the camera around a little bit then. Oh, don't fall. Right, so here we have the TV and we have the dock set up. Now, if I just push the button on the top of the console, you'll see that it comes up like so. And then if I push the button on the back, If I can find it, it should just shut off the console and it should go onto the back of the TV. So I've got to make sure everything is working here. Why did you not go over? There we are. Right, done. Right, so there we are. It's on the TV now. If I just get me Joy-Cons connected up as well, just so you can show you that, you know, this is working. Okay, and then if I push the button again on the back, it will then come off the TV straight into tabletop mode. So you can use this for like when charging your console up and you want to play it in tabletop mode. And one of the neat things about this is obviously, you know, you see this dock. You see this dock. That's quite, you know, that's quite compact and sleek in comparison to like this thing. And on top of that, this thing, obviously the official dock that comes with it, as great as it is, it does scratch up the screen. I don't know if you can see that. I have got a line going across the screen here where it catches on the top of the dock. Bad Nintendo. Very bad Nintendo. But this I really, really like because, you know, I can take it with me when I'm going around a friend's house or whatnot and bringing a console and I want to connect it up to their TV, and I don't have to disconnect the other dock to, you know, the LAN and everything. You know, I can just take this with a HDMI cable and a USB-C with a typical, you know, USB-C charger, you know, something like this. That's it. Something like that. You can just plug in a USB-C, USB rather, and then onto USB-C. You can use the original Switch 2 cable and the adapter, but if you've already got that set up for one console, you know, you can just use any other leads. And another beautiful thing with this is I also have a portable monitor, right? And I'm just going to connect that up now as well, okay? So if I just move over the console a little bit, and then, so I'm just going to have to move everything around now. Right, so if I come over to here, and then just bring this up closer. Now, got my USB. I can take advantage of one of the USB ports in the back here. And then I have the HDMI as well. So if I take out the other HDMI, and then this, plug that into there, and then you'll see I've got the screen on the back here. If I just bring it over to one side a little bit, and then here's this, and then if I push the button, it should just pop up straight onto the other console, or onto the big screen rather, the portable monitor. That's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So, you know, I can, you know, take this monitor with me if I'm out and about. Maybe, you know, we're at the park with me mates or whatever and fancy playing some games or whatever and want to see it on a bigger screen, well, you can. And another thing I'm going to try is vice versa. I'm going to plug in a cable from here into here and see if I can power the dock the other way, just to see, you know, the versatility of this. And I think to do that, I'm actually going to use the USB-C cable from the Switch 2. I do have another cable, a USB to USB-C, but we're just going to use this one. And we're going to use this here. We'll take that out and then see if we can power it the other way. So now what's going to happen is I need to take this power lead from here and now plug that into another power source. So take that, right, so now this will be taking power from another point. So this is now taking in power from the USB-C adapter plugged into an AC adapter, sorry. And now if I push the button, you can see it's actually take a console battery is a certain percent. Are you going to go over? Let's see. Yes, Yes, it does. So it is versatile. You can plug this dock into the TV here. So it's taking a charge through the outlet from the portable monitor, sorry. Let me just push that to one side there. And, you know, you can go either way with it. So you can either plug the dock into a mains and then connect the TV, or vice versa. So that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm chuffed with that. And I think the next thing I'm going to do with this is actually try it on like a car charging port and see, you know, just how versatile it is there as well. But this will do for this video. So thank you very, very much for watching. This dock is available on a number of outlets, online outlets, including Amazon as well. So do be sure to you know, pick one up. I think it only costs around about $34.99 or something in dollars. Probably about the same with that as well in, you know, euros. Probably a little bit less in pounds, depending on conversion rates and all that, obviously, and taxes. But you know, that's cool. That's nifty. You know, it's not going to take up a lot of space. And it's ideal for, like, you know, having a secondary dock in the house, or if you're going out and about, like I've said a number of times, out and about, you know, you can just take that with you. And away you go, and even plug it into a portable monitor. What more do you want? So thank you very much for watching this video, and until next time, keep on gaming.